Hi, this is Grandpa, and every once in a while I like to speak with you and tell you some things that I consider wise because I'm at the age where I can see things a little different, and I feel that I want to pass on my understanding of some things to you. I'm hoping that it will help you. Uh, I'm not trying to dictate anything to you. If you believe whatever you want to believe, but I'll try and do my best to make what I'm saying make sense to everybody. Now, we're having a lot of problems all over the world, really, in our country and all over the world and everywhere else. We seem to have a fog or a cloud over the world that brings about a lot of confusion. But I wanted to just say this: resist not evil, think good. That's what I want to try to get over to people. Resist not evil, but think good. Sometimes it's difficult to understand why people are so evil, why they do so many things, and it doesn't ever serve any purpose, and it doesn't ever do any good. And you wonder, why would they do that? Anyway, they go out of their way to make a bad situation worse. And I guess they're thinking that this is a solution, but it's not a solution to anything. All it does is extend or increase the problem. So while talking with a dear friend of mine about this subject, he said something that really made a lot of sense to me. He told me, resist not evil, think good, not bad. When you do think bad, you became or become what you see as the problem. You have extended the problem by thinking it. He went on to tell me that firemen risk their lives every day. They go out of their way to help people. They are helpful and kind. And everyone loves a fireman. I know my son is one, and I love him, and he's a dedicated person. They think good. Police, on the other hand, are just the opposite. And they have the same purpose to fulfill. Something is wrong here. When I was a kid, I was taught that the policeman was my friend. Now, kids, everybody, are afraid of policemen. The difference is they're focused only on the bad. Everyone is a potential criminal. They have the idea you can't trust anybody, even when they're at a social gathering. They will not be there in a normal way that most people are. They're on guard. They are prepared only for the bad. This caused them to unwittingly become an extension of the problems. That's what it does. They are called to solve, to mediate, not to extend. Resist not evil. This calms the problem. There's a magnificent book on the market called Verbal Judo. I just finished taking a college course and they required that I read it. This book was written by a former policeman. The school teachers are encouraged to read this book in order to handle the students. This book is a masterpiece in my mind. It teaches a person to show that you can control any situation when you control yourself. Now, that's a little deep for some people, but it's true. The situation is never out of your hands when you control yourself. Now, I believe that most people join the police force with good intentions, but they lose that purpose. They are changed through what they are being taught. And what they are being taught needs to be redressed. It is important. I always think about the story of Mandela, and he explained it when he was released from prison. He became president of his country. He had no hate or animosity in him, but his family did, and the people around him did. And they wanted him to seek vengeance on the evil people in his country since he was the president. But he told them no. And for this, he lost most of his personal family and friends. He said, we're not like the people who did these heartless crimes. The evil murderers of men, women, and children. We're not like that, and we will not extend it. He told his people that we were different. We will rise above them. The best way to solve this problem is not to be like them. That's what he said. That's what this book, Verbal Judo, teaches as well. To stop crime, people should not become like the criminal. That doesn't make any sense. We don't want to increase the behavior. This is not a solution. The solution to any problem is to be the opposite of the problem. Our police officers should be the mediators when they come in our neighborhood. We should know it. Not to show their frustrations. Emotions have no sense or anything. It doesn't even make any sense, except that you're out of control. People should be glad to see policemen and should be eager to support and help them. Like the firemen, no one should extend or become a part of the problem that you come to handle. You defeated your purpose. Our police should be our friends. We need some changes in our way of living. Let us all honor our police as mediators, and that's what they should be. Do not resist evil. Let's stop it. That's what we need to do. That's what I wanted to tell you about today. And I hope I got my point across to you. As I'm speaking here, I'm thinking I could go on and on and on with so many more things that I could say. But I think that I've said enough to start you to thinking in a different direction. And that is, do not be part of the problem that you're trying to get rid of. The opposite to any problem is the solution to that problem. Read Verbal Judo. It's called The Art of Persuasion. George J. Thompson was one of the authors. Two men wrote it, and Jerry B. Jenkins. I think that all policemen should be required to know and understand this book. It's called Verbal Judo, and they should use it in their life. I think it should be even in our schools for our children to learn this book, Verbal Judo. Beautiful piece of work. This is Grandpa. Now, I always intend to bring you something good and different, great information that you could use to make your life better. You can use this information. Think good. See you next time. Bye.